going on, everybody? Charlie with 18 State Outdoors. I'm here with my buddy Scuba. So we're down here in Grand Isle for Memorial Day weekend. We're trying to get some trout, some redfish, and we're really trying to get our way out to the rigs to try to catch some red snapper, but things didn't pan out. But on the flip side, Scuba decided to get himself a new boat. So why don't y'all come join us on Ship Float's final voyage. Come join us. Just cruising.
One last rod
To save them all.
to save them all. We must catch all these fish. Oh, now you want to bait? Okay. One last rod to save them fish. They need to be in the boat.
Scuba!
Saddening.
That should not be draining right now. I'll explain later. So I told y'all I was gonna say why we had to cut our trip short. Check this out. Alright, I'm back home. Fishing trip is done. Steve's back at his house. All my fishing gear is put up. And I'm going to tell you the story behind today's little video. So first of all, you got to know me and my buddies. We joke about everything, crack jokes on each other, and we never take anything seriously. Life is way too short to be serious all the time. So, Steve's had this boat now for 5 or 6 years, something like that. And it's been reliable at times, to put it nicely. The front part of the boat, I think he nicked something when he was getting it on the trailer a while back, so the fiberglass crushed on him. The rubber bumpers all around the boat were peeling back. The motor died on us 2 years ago, and we had to call Sea-Tow to come back in like 30 miles out one time. I mean, it's just been a fiasco. So this weekend, I guess Steve kind of saw it in my face that I'd had it with the boat. It's not my boat. Look, I'm happy he wants to take his and I can go with him and have fun. But I have a truck right now and he doesn't. Well, he does now. So I would take his boat. You know, he pays for the gas on his boat, so I pay for the gas in my truck, and whatever, it works out. But so this weekend I just had enough, and I guess it was obvious. So I pulled him off to the side after we picked him up from the launch, and I just told him, I said, "Look, man, I think she's had better days. She's got to go. It's time has come." So we talked about it, and he had decided, you know what, yes, it's probably going to be, this is it for old girl. And that's why the video started off with the boat's last hoorah. You know, we didn't actually know it was going to be the boat's last hoorah. That was coincidence. So the whole weekend, we were cracking jokes about just getting rid of this boat, right? Well, it started actually when I went to his house Saturday or Friday night. We should have seen the signs coming. So we did some maintenance on the trailer. Shocker, right? Had to fix the antenna for the CB radio, you know. When we started rolling, as soon as we got on the interstate, we heard a ting, 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 ting. Didn't pull over. I thought it was just some chains tapping on the ground, no big deal. Well, not too much after that. We we hear a grinding noise, like the metal on street noise, and I'm thinking the trailer fell off my truck. So I pull over. Nope, the foot for the trailer that actually holds the footing that actually holds the trailer in place. You know, some trailers have a wheel, others have a little footing. Well, he had a little foot plate, and the foot plate popped off, gone, never to be seen again. So that was one. One of the rear tires had a lag bolt in it when we started going. Let's see, what else was it? I know there's something I can't think. The tire, the footing. Oh, then yeah, the footing fell off. The post for the footing was what was grinding. So we had to bungee cord that together to make it last. Then when we get to the launch, he couldn't actually get the boat up on the trailer. He had a spare tire on the side and he couldn't get the boat nose to go over the tire. The first day we took it out, the first morning, the bay was so rough. I mean, we were getting tossed around like we were a toy in a bathtub. I mean, just, oh, it was horrible. So it started to dump rain on us, so we're like, let's just head in. Let's just go back. We'll fish later. Well, we were getting beat up, right? And I'm trying to tell you all the signs that we should have seen this coming. We're just getting beat up, and I happen to look back. Okay, it's raining, not bad. But I look at Steve, I'm like, dude, we're taking on water, bro. Like, for real. So he looks back, oh no, it's just the rain coming down. And the boat being up on plane, everything's washing to the back. Believable. All right, no biggie. So fast forward. On the video of today, when we were gonna make the last two raw. That's when we were cruising about 10, maybe 15 miles out, and we had found this little bay that we wanted to go fish. So we pull into this bay, we drop anchor, and we got a nice little spot. You know, we're getting bites left and right. We were only there for like 5 minutes and we're getting bites. As soon as I hook up on a trout, we pull it in, and I'm like, hey man, can you give me the pliers? Can you give me the pliers? No, I can't. We're taking on water. We gotta go. What? So I turn around, and we got about 6 inches of water in the back of the boat by the battery. It's level with the top of the battery, and it's heading toward the center console. It's like, oh, you know what I wanted to say. So I was like, oh man, you know, all right, well, I'm keeping my fish. That happened. We had trout all day, but everything was too small. Here in Louisiana, they got to be 12 inches in length. Everything we were catching was 10 to 11 and a half. It was ridiculous. But anyway, so right before we anchored, we went over just one little swell. It was about a foot high. Nothing big, nothing major. As the bow came down and it smacked, it wasn't a hard smack, but I think that's when the boat finally just blew its fiberglass. Because the sound I heard was it was eerie. Like you knew that was too loud for what it was. So anyway, like I said, we were fishing. He's like, oh, we got taken on water. All right, well, I turned around. We were taking on water. So, all right, hightail it out of there. Boom! You know, we're gunning it. Well, right where we were, there was a couple of sandy beaches. And I mean, the water, it's topping the battery. You know, we're up on plane. It's kind of staying where it is and starting to drain slowly. But I knew how far out we were. And I knew he had just re-upped his sea tow. So I'm like, dude, just beach it. Just gun it hard as you can. Beach that thing, man. No, I think we're going to make it. I'm going to hug the coast when we get to that main channel. All right, that's fine. Whatever. So we get to the main channel. Guns it. Full throttle. You know, balls to the wall. We going. And we're passing up everybody fishing. You know, they're, for lack of a better term, we were being dicks. You know, but we had to. It's an emergency. So, I mean, we're just flying by everybody. He asked me, you know, hey, start bailing that water out. Still had about 6 inches of water. So I'm bailing out water, bailing out water. He was coming up to two large barges and a little bay boat trying to pass in between both their wakes. So Steve had to slow down. By this time I had built all the water out. We weren't taking on no more. Everything was good. We were rolling. So, oh, I'm sorry. I skipped it. Right when we started going, I knew it was real. Like I said, all we do is joke around. I knew it was real when Steve told me, in the most serious tone I've ever heard him speak, put your life vest on and give me mine. That's some eerie words to hear. But anyway, so he slows down to get by this boat. And, I mean, it looked like the bill swim just threw up. Just blah, 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 blah. Boat started filling back. He said, dude, you can't afford to slow down. Go. You're like, what? He looks back. Whoa. We go again. Balls to the wall. So, I can laugh about it now. It was serious then. Now it's funny. So, we're cruising, and we're kind of getting to the dock. I don't see any boats around, but even if there was, I mean, they were getting out of our way. It didn't matter. So Steve kind of slows me up to where I could get on the dock, and I just jump off the dock. I jump off the boat onto the dock, run to get my truck. There was somebody pulling up to get ready to pick their boat up. No, cut right in front, bring it back down, full speed, boom, right onto the trailer he goes. So we were able to get him up. And then when we finally parked the truck in the parking lot, that's when we actually saw what was going on. The whole time we were loading the boat, we didn't see it because it was on the other side from where we were. So when we actually parked it, that's when we noticed the damage. And but yeah, that's the kind of the story behind it. I wanted to end this video with Steve going to buy a boat because that's what the plan was today. We were going to leave from Grand Isle, head to the boat place. He was going to buy a new boat that he found, and that's how I was going to end this video. But instead, I wanted to tell you the story because, pardon me, I didn't film a whole bunch at that moment. But no, in hindsight, I mean, it was serious, it was scary, but it was funny as hell too. I got to admit. I mean, the stories with this boat have been great, especially this weekend. It was horrible, but it was fun at the same time. But on that note, always remember, wear your life vest, make a plan, let people know where you're going. You never know what's out there, you know, especially on the water. You don't know what's underneath. So, and I don't think we hit anything. I think it was just the pounding that the boat was taking over time. I think it just, and there was a previous patch job that had been done on the boat in that location before Steve bought it. So I think that had something to do with it as well. But all in all, fun trip. We made it back alive. But yeah, guys, don't forget about your safety. So again, I appreciate y'all taking the time and watching this video. I know it's kind of long, but I appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know if something like this has ever happened to y'all. All right, guys, y'all take care. I'll see y'all on the next one.